So it's been about 3 or 4 days since the Great Purge, is what they're calling it on social media. And that is when thousands, if not hundreds of thousands of accounts have been terminated due to events that transpired in Washington, D.C. These accounts have been banned for supposed inciting of violence and other bombastic behaviors such as this. What does this all mean for the future of the internet age and these social media sites? Where does the Constitution come into this? Well, countries outside the United States are actually trying to take action against these social media sites, which I believe, and many others do as well, have become publishers and not just content creators. When these companies get so big where they can single-handedly deplatform you from all other social sites, websites, and even get you fired from your job and stuff like that, they have pretty much become a monopoly. We have antitrust laws here in the United States, and many other modern countries do as well. You can't just say, oh, these are private companies. Just go make your own website or your own platform. The second biggest social platform that was available was a website called Parler, and they got totally deplatformed. Amazon's web service company called AWS actually took them off the internet. They will not allow them to operate. Again, they say this is because users on that site were being insightful of violence. Maybe there were some, but I know for a fact that Twitter has a lot of those people, and they have a huge platform on there. Twitter just has a bunch of problems on its own, but they are the biggest site out there. They are essentially a monopoly. They don't have to abide by the same rules as other websites and social media because they have a huge share of the market. It gets even worse when companies such as Facebook start buying up these smaller companies like Instagram, Snapchat, Google owns YouTube. What happens when these giant, almost trillion-dollar companies buy everything out? They become monopolies. So where do we go from here? Why are we still using laws that were created back 300, 400, 500 years ago when these social media sites have just started taking off in the last 20 years? We need a more secure, essentially a bill of rights for these social platforms. When you can get fired for something that you say online and your whole life can be ruined by a single website ganging up against you, groupthink mob mentality, aka Twitter, Facebook, it's no longer just a social media site. It is a publisher. It is a newspaper. It's pretty much a newspaper coming out with a hit piece against you. They should have to operate as though they were a member of the media because they are social media, newspaper, magazine. There is a website called Minds that is pretty innovational in today's technology. They have a board of people that consists of everyone from across the political spectrum. It serves pretty much as a jury to see each individual person's posts for what they are. They don't have thousands of people going in mob mentality, reporting one account until it gets deleted. If their social media is any way linked to a business, that business just ceases to exist. It is pretty much impossible to market in today's climate without social media. And if enough people go in and report your account or say this person is evil, this person is a racist, this person is an outcast from society, let's report them, let's mass report them until they go away. And then their business goes away. Why do I bring all this up? Because a country is actually going to try to put an end to this cancel culture. And that country is Poland. They are introducing a online freedom of speech bill to their government. According to the website Polenden.com, Justice Minister announces online freedom of speech bill. Poland's new bill slaps $2.2 million in fines for social media companies censoring lawful posts. The new bill will enable an individual to file a complaint against social media companies that will censor their posts that do not go against Polish law. With the new bill, a person can file the complaint to the social media company and the latter will be given 24 hours to address the issue. After 48 hours, the person can then file a court petition to get access to their post or their accounts. The court will then consider the case in a week with a maximum processing of 7 days. The entire process will be done electronically. So what this sounds like is Poland is trying to go into a new age of freedom of speech. In a day and time where I'd say 50 to 60% of what you say is online or in written form, there needs to be drastic new laws to protect this freedom of speech. You can't have these social media companies unilaterally going in and saying what is right, what is wrong. You need to have a written law that goes along with the modern times. We can't be using laws from 300 years ago to dictate how we're going to be going about in this digital era. Zbigniew Ziobro. I horribly mispronounced that, I apologize. Who is the Polish Justice Minister, announced the bill on Thursday and said that freedom of expression is one of the most important values of a democratic state. Facts. According to Poland In, the Freedom of Speech Bill does not excuse hate speech and even defamation, as Poland has strict laws on both and considers the act of defaming someone a serious crime. Cancel culture. Cancel culture should be a huge crime. People should have to answer to their actions and words, but you shouldn't just cast them out of society, excommunicate them. These are practices that were done thousands of years ago. You do something that's against the Pope, the state, the religion that you're supposed to follow, you are excommunicated. You can never be a part of the society again. Leave the city, leave the country, leave the province, never come back. One and done. Eye for an eye. Why are we still following this culture, this mob mentality? We should be so more advanced as a culture as we are with the technology that we have. The Polish minister explained, this man is speaking some big words. Often, the victims of tendencies for ideological censorship are also representatives of various groups operating in Poland, whose content is removed or blocked just because they express views and refer to values that are unacceptable from the point of view of communities. So groupthink. Our way is the way of thinking. If you disagree with us, you are insert inflammatory word here. You are a black sheep. You are not allowed to be in this society. And that's just wrong. You can't have one way of thinking, and if you don't think that way, then you're not a part of the society. You don't get to have a voice. You don't get to have an opinion. You should take the majority of people's opinions into account. Take in your own research, take in your own thoughts, and form your own opinion about it. Stop with these echo chambers. That is the thing with these social media companies monopolizing together. They are just creating these huge echo chambers where only one opinion can be disseminated and repeated over and over and over again. And then these people that are addicted to this social media think, oh, this is the only way that people in this society should think. Any other person that has a different way of thinking should be excommunicated and deplatformed. Canceled from society. That is just 100% wrong, in my opinion. He goes on to say, we realize that it is not an easy topic. We realize that on the internet there should also be a sphere of guarantees for everybody who feels slandered, a sphere of limitation of various content which may carry with it a negative impact on the sphere of people's freedom. Once the Polish court rules out that there is indeed censorship on someone's posts, Poland's Office of Electronic Communications can fine the social media company a total of 8 million Polish currency, an equivalent of $2.2 million. And here's the bigger point. Other countries are starting to pick up on this and are trying to follow suit. At the same time, lawmakers in the UK are also working to consider a 2021 online safety bill similar to Poland's new censorship bill. Under the bill pushed for in the UK, social media platforms that will fail to protect its users from harmful or damaging content can be fined up to £18 million or $24 million US, with the bill citing cyberbullying and disinformation as harmful social media content. This whole cancel culture, which is being pushed for by these mega billion-dollar corporations that are following this groupthink and cancel everything they don't agree with, needs to stop. Freedom of speech needs to be made a priority once again, not just an echo chamber, not just parroting what you think, and that is the only way that everyone should think. Are there things that should be thought of as negative and not brought up in daily discussion or acted out upon? Of course. But there is a fine balance between just canceling every opinion you don't agree with and freedom of speech, promoting what you think is right. And that is it for today's video. I hope you guys enjoyed. I had to bring out my sports jacket for today's video. It was a very serious topic, so I had to get a serious outfit going on here. If you liked today's video and want to support me, please hit that like button and subscribe if you want to follow me on this journey I'm taking. I plan on making videos 3 to 4 times a week. Some of it will be like this, newsworthy stuff that's not covered by the mainstream media, and spiritual information. Thank you for watching. You are appreciated. I hope you have a great rest of your day and an amazing year in 2021. Namaste.